Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to Sacred Light Tarot. This is Anna, and we are going to be taking a look at the week ahead. We just had Mercury conjunct the Sun, which may have brought up some very interesting conversations, or maybe some truths that were revealed. Mercury. Perhaps you spent this time speaking with your higher power or manifesting that which you desire. We also have a couple of transits that are coming up this week that I wanted to address. We have Venus conjunct Chiron, which is going to be really, really interesting because Venus is the planet of love, luxury. Think Taurus and Libra. Think the Hierophant, the Empress, knowing your worth and your value. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's the planet that shows you what needs to be healed, what needs to be worked on. That's June 1st. Okay. Then we have on June 5th, we have Venus will be in a sextile to Jupiter, which is about, now that we've learned those lessons about what needs to be healed from a standpoint of worth and value and love, then we can take those and we can apply those to growth and expansion within the relationship, one that we already have or one that we are hopefully being led to. All right. If this is a new relationship, that's in the sign of Aries. Okay. Now we also have on the 5th, we have a lot going on the 5th. Mercury is going to square the nodes. So Mercury is going to be talking to the nodes. So that is the North Node and the South Node. Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, very at home there, and then Pisces. So it's kind of going to be saying, all right, what's realistic and what is what we are hoping for, dreaming of? What is our intuition leading us toward? Mercury will then sextile Taurus. Sextile Mars. So that is about kind of challenging where our motivation is. We're talking about our motivation. We're deciding on what our motivation is. We are manifesting what we are motivated to do. Anything dealing with Mercury, all right? Virgo, Gemini, the Magician, the Lovers, the Hermit, doing a lot of introspection here. I know this is a lot to throw at you, but it may come up in the reading, and this is why I'm saying this. When do we end the week? Okay, so the 6th. On the 6th, Venus will enter Taurus, where it's very much at home. Venusian energy, all right? Think the Empress, right? Really knowing your value and your worth. Mercury is then that same day going to sextile Chiron. So it's a little bit of opposition to what we know that we have already healed. So it's like saying, did you really heal that? Are you sure? Because we're going to give you a little bit of a chance here to make sure that you did, to make sure that you got your lesson correct. Okay, guys. If you like me incorporating the astrology of the week into these readings, please let me know in the comments down below. All right, guys? And make sure that you subscribe, that you smack that like button. Again, it lets me know that you are really enjoying the content that I'm putting out and that it is benefiting you, that you're getting what you feel like you need to from these readings. Okay. So, as far as the energy surrounding the reading, we have your body is like a book. Okay. Again, this is about stored past pain, trauma, good memories, bad, everything in between. Your body is like a book. Where is it in your body that you are feeling tension? Where is it? Pay attention to your body during this time. The number 23, the number 5 reduced down. Right? The 23rd of, wow, that is right on Virgo Leo cusp. But the number 5 about change. Okay. Change is also, or the number 5 is also the Emperor. It's about taking the lead. Where can you take the lead in your life? All right. What is meant for you will find you. Trusting in fate and destiny. Again, we go back to Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, and Venus. The number 31, the 31st of August could be significant. Or the number 4. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and dive into the reading. The power of silence underneath the bottom of the deck. The power of silence. Interesting. So with Venus, with so much going on in Mercury this week, you may choose to stay silent. This is giving me very stoic vibes. Power and silence. Okay. The number 3. The power of silence. Sometimes saying nothing is more powerful than trying to make your point. I don't know why that needs to come through, but they just gave me that. All right, ladies, for the beginning of the week, I had a feeling. The Knight of Wands. It feels like you're wanting passion, or you're wanting passionate movement. The Emperor, there we go. What did I say earlier? The Emperor for the middle of the week. Taking control, taking charge, setting a plan. Okay, we have a lot of stuff going on in the house of Aries. Capricorn and Aries here showing up in the Emperor. So it feels like you are really taking command of where it is that you're going. The Hermit here again for the middle end of the week. So going deep within, trying to figure out or devise a plan. What is it that I truly want from a central know thyself kind of way? What is the light that is leading me in the lantern? Where am I destined to go? What is it that I deeply do desire? I've taken a moment to sit with myself, or maybe you are taking a moment to sit with yourself and saying, does this align with my best and highest good, my ideals, what it is that I see for myself moving forward? All right, Virgo, your card. And then toward the end of the week, if you would please, ladies, toward the end of the week. Okay, the Two of Wands, a decision that needs to be made, or you are facing a crossroads here. Choice. Maybe wrapping something up. Yeah. In the Two of Wands, the world is there, and in the traditional Rider-Waite, and it's saying, yeah, in a world of possibilities, which path do I choose? We all have these Two of Wands moments. Make sure that you guys check out the readings throughout the week, the daily readings, because these energies are subject to change with every choice that we make. If this reading does not resonate with you, one during the week might more so. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading with me, you can book one of those in the description box below before we go on vacation. We have the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of Cups, underneath the bottom of the deck. Underscoring this in the subconscious energies is dissatisfaction, apathy, judgment. Either letting something go or making a final judgment call. Okay, Scorpionic energy. I don't feel like you are calling anything back from the past. The Queen of Wands. You are deciding on a path, though, and you are nurturing the passion here that you need to move forward in this situation. Okay, I see some passion and some fire coming out here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the clarification. All right, ladies, if you would please, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Now, you're starting off the week like, I'm ready to get the show on the road. I'm ready to get my ass moving. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Thank you. Ooh, damn. Something has wow. All right. Heavy, big time energy here. Death and the Hierophant. If this is a relationship, if this is a marriage, if this is a high level of commitment, you're calling time. Some of you may, especially with the Four of Cups underneath the bottom of the deck. You may be taking control and saying, I'm going my own way. Here with the Hermit, I'm following what I know to be true deep within myself, and I'm making different choices and different decisions that align with me, my morals, my ethics, my beliefs, and my standards, because this is no longer doing it. In fact, I feel so passionate about it, I am ready to rush out of here and get gone with the Knight of Wands. Death, Scorpionic energy, the Hierophant, Taurus, and Libran energy. Okay. We talked about that in the astrology. If this is not aiding with growth within a situation, a high level of commitment, okay, you may be saying, I'm not going to continue to do this. In fact, this needs to be healed, and the best way that I can heal from this sometimes is to take myself out of it. I see myself out. One more here, please. One more, please. I'm very, very interested to see. One more, please. One more. Thank you. The Three of Pentacles. Okay. I don't necessarily feel like this is third-party energy. I feel like this is you saying, I need to rebuild a foundation here for myself. Things do need to change. It could be in regards to your belief system in its entirety. It could be in regards to who you are with. It could be, you may see a chance to build something stronger with someone else or on your own. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that there is someone else involved. All with that being said, a third party does not necessarily have to be another person. It can be an idea. It can be work. It can be a child. It can be anything. All right. The Emperor, please, for the beginning of the week. The Emperor. You're really taking control here, though. I will say that. Capricorn and Aries energy. The Fool. Aries and Aquarius energy. You are definitely taking that leap of faith. You're saying, yep, I'm out of here. Deuces. Bye. The Fool, Aries and Aquarius energy. This could be a job. All right. The Hierophant can represent a boss, someone in a position of authority. The Emperor, you're taking the lead. You're taking control of your own life, and you're saying, all right, I choose to start fresh, start new. The Fool. Something has closed out here, and I'm ready to begin on a new journey. The Four of Swords of healing. Okay. The King of Cups. To heal my emotions, to heal my heart. Something here put you in a feeling of, I'm not worthy enough, not good enough, I don't deserve love. For whatever reason, you're questioning your own stability here whenever it comes to, I feel like this is healing your emotions in general. Okay, whatever thoughts are running through your mind, whether or not it's, I feel like you are taking some moments, some time for silence here. The Power of Silence underneath the bottom of the deck. The Four of Swords is a card of meditation, contemplation. It's a card of rest, recovery, healing. The Hermit, also a time of solitude. Okay. The Hermit, please, ladies. The Hermit. The Hermit. Okay, that one really wanted to come out, and then it went right back in the deck. The Hermit, please, ladies. I'm almost so curious about what that was. The Hermit, please. The Hermit, if you would. The Hermit. Ooh. Two heavy hitters. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Okay, thank you, ladies. They're giving me a yes on where I split the deck. We do have the Phoenix. All right, a Phoenix rising from the ashes. You're taking this time in solitude to pick yourself up, put yourself back together, and to emerge stronger, better, faster than you did before. The World. You are also closing out a cycle here. Okay. This could be a cycle of feeling unworthy. This could be a cycle of giving to something that was not giving in return. The World. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. This can also be a completion. All right. You could be saying, I have completed this. You're desiring here to, again, I kind of feel like you've already started on this new path. The only thing is that you still have some outstanding things that need to be wrapped up, and you may be doing that in silent, in secret. It may be within yourself. In fact, that's what I'm strongly getting here with the Hermit and the Phoenix, rising from the ashes. We do have the Three of Cups in the reverse. I'll have to keep it in the reverse because it fell out that way. But the Three of Cups in the reverse is saying, I don't really want to be around anyone right now as I go ahead and close this out. This feels very personal. Again, the power of silence. All right. If this is dissatisfaction on an intense level, like I'm not feeling any joy, I'm not feeling any, this is kind of giving, I'm hermiting and I'm dealing with my emotions in the way that I know best how to deal with them. If you need to talk to someone, please do. Okay. Spending too much time in solitude is not necessarily a good thing. Talk with someone. But I do see the Two of Wands here. Ultimately, you are being faced with a decision because something has closed out here. Yeah, and we have the World proving that. The Two of Wands, please, ladies. The Two of Wands. Thank you. You are choosing faith, hope, healing. The Star coming out. Yeah. Ooh, damn. I like it. I really, really do. All right, the star. You're choosing to follow your own path, whatever that is. All right, the star. Aquarian energy. You're saying, yeah, I see what path I want to go down now. I can see that North Star, my guiding light. The star is about wish fulfillment. It's also about where your soul desires to go. Again, it's the light in the Hermit's lantern. It's what you've been manifesting. You're moving toward that. You're making the decision that takes you in that direction, whatever that is. Temperance. You're not in a big rush, though. Okay? Temperance. This is Archangel Michael. This is saying that this is divinely guided. Slow down. Listen to your intuition. He's standing in the pool of divine consciousness. This is also saying I need to readjust. I need a little more passion, a little more emotion, until I get the right mix, because I've been through I don't see a severely painful ending, although we do have death here. It feels like this is more of a recalibration and readjustment, possibly leaving something behind, but I don't see the Three of Swords. I don't see the Ten of Swords. I don't see anything that, it's more of a disappointment that it's kind of giving me. I know that I need to do something different if I want to see something different. We have the Knight of Swords, and forward you move with truth and clarity. Okay. I don't feel like this is impulsivity. The Knight of Swords sometimes gets gets the rap of moving forward very erratically. He offers, knights make offers. Okay, pages are messengers or students. You're moving forward with an offer of truth and clarity. Maybe this is truth and clarity that you have within you, and you're moving forward armed with that truth and clarity, the Knight of Swords. One thing is for sure, I feel like you have a beeline on what it is that you want in the star. You see it, you know it, you want it, that's where you're headed. That's the path that you are choosing, is the one that you see the best version of yourself. Healing. Temperance is also a card of healing. The star, faith, hope, healing. It's about following your soul's path, what you know to be true. Again, the Seven of Wands here underneath the bottom of the deck. I feel like you are defending your position in this. The Seven of Wands. You're standing your ground and you're saying, yeah, this is what I choose. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. I feel like you're standing tall. You're defending whatever this is. The Eight of Swords. For some of you, you could be pushing back against staying stuck in something. This whole thing could have made you feel trapped. This is the minor arcana of the devil, by the way. So you could be saying, yeah, I'm no longer trapped in this situation. In fact, I had to fight to get out of this. And I feel like it was a battle of wills. Wands are about passion, motivation. That's very interesting because I mentioned earlier that we are going to have, is it an opposition to, let me get back to that page. Ooh, there we go. Mars. Okay, Mercury sextiling Mars. So yeah, this is going to cause a little bit of conflict. It's going to cause a little bit of a ruckus. But yeah, I feel like your drive and your ambition, your anger, right? You're going to be voicing that. You're going to be really, really saying, yeah, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. And the Knight of Swords is kind of really, really intensely saying, I don't have any problem saying exactly what I'm doing, and I'm standing behind it. Because I'm not going to stay stuck here any longer. I'm just not. The Nine of Swords. There's a lot of stress here. The Five of Swords, and a lot of conflict in the mind space underneath the bottom of the deck. The fact that it is underneath the bottom of the deck means that you may not necessarily be aware of it. You may not be speaking about it, the power of silence. If this gets to be to a point where you feel like you're overly exerted with or overly anxious, talk to someone, please. All right. And you may have already been talking to someone. The Hierophant can mean a therapist. It does not have to be. I would highly suggest that if you're feeling extremely anxious with your thoughts, with your words, with things that you have said. Sometimes whenever we have, especially Mercury with Mars, those words can be a little heated. Be careful of that, all right? Around the end of the week. And that can also be the Knight of Swords. It's about coming in with a very, very strong message. Really speaking your truth. Be careful with that. Again, make sure that you watch the daily readings, all right? So that we can be aware when these changes are coming up. Thank you, ladies. All right, we do have Capricorn here. Capricorn and Aries here in the the Emperor. You're taking control here. An adult and a child. Okay. You may be doing this for a child. Movement. I do see movement here. We do have it could be the time of year, because during this time of year, the hummingbirds make their migration through Texas on their way down to Mexico. So it could be that you are traveling, this leap of faith requires you to travel. Does not necessarily have to be, but you may be saying, it's time for me to move on. Could be traveling in the mind, right? Like I'm moving on from what has not been making me happy. In fact, we do have the sunflower or the sun here sideways. I'm trying to figure out what happiness means to me. I'm trying to figure that out as I go along. Peace sideways. I feel like you're not at peace yet, but what you are desiring is peace of mind. I can definitely understand the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords underneath the bottom of the deck. Something about this whole thing, and I feel like it starts here in the beginning of the week. It's lighting a fire under your ass, and you're saying, something's got to change here. I don't feel like this is stable anymore. It's changed. It's not lining up with my morals, my beliefs, my ethics, or my standards, or this is not some place that I see myself for a long period of time. The power of silence. You may be doing this silently, okay, on your own. Just remember that what is meant for you will find you. It will not pass you by. What is not meant for you will not stay. And then we have your body is like a book. Your body tells the story of your life. It can also hold trauma. Chiron, the wounded healer, will be seeing an aspect with that during the week as well. So you may be confronted with some things that need healing within your own image, your worth, your value, how you express love, how you receive love, right? All of these things could be brought into question here. As far as the signs that made it to the reading, Death, Scorpionic energy, the Hierophant, Taurus, and Libran energy. The Fool, Aries and Aquarius. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy, Capricorn and Aries here in the Emperor, the World, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. There's a lot of major arcana here. We have Aquarian energy in the Star, and then we have the Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Woo! There we go, guys. All right, let me know. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not yet already. I will be giving out a free personal reading yet again over the summer. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you can win. For those of you who don't know, my husband is a software development engineer. And yes, we do know if you are subscribed or if you are not. As we found out last time we did the giveaway. So make sure that you are subscribed. Over 40% of you are not. I love that you stop by and watch, but yes, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet already. Make sure that you slap that like button and let me know how and if this resonates with you in the comments down below, guys. And if you have any questions, right, or anything, a topic that you would like for me to cover, be very vocal about that. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for this week. Have a great week, and I will see you guys again here soon. In the interim, if you need to book a personal reading with me, make sure that you do so before we go on vacay, and all of that information is in the description box down below. Take care. Mwah. That was a lot of information. Hey, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video, spending your time with me. I would love for you to become a part of our community here, liking, sharing, subscribing, and letting me know how and if this resonated with you in the comments down below. You can always book a personal reading with me. And if you liked this video, make sure to check out the other ones here. Okay, guys? All right, I'll see you soon.